Today's topic, how to stop suffering. And I know that this is a very big topic and it's a very controversial topic. And I also want to, while discussing this topic, focus on you individually. I would never say, do this, do that, and you can end the suffering in the whole world. However, what I do believe is that when each and every human being learns how to deal with their own suffering, learns how to eventually stop suffering, this can have a huge impact on the world. I mean, just imagine if every human being on this world would act from a place of heart coherence, would act from a place of, I am responsible for my feelings and I am responsible for what I create in the world. And if every person would encounter other people with empathy and understanding, there would be no wars anymore and everybody would care for each other. However, not everyone is at a level of consciousness where they can actively work on ending their own suffering and stopping themselves from causing suffering in other people's lives. However, the fact that you are listening to this right now and that you maybe even searched for a way to end suffering and to stop suffering, this already tells me that you are on this level of consciousness and that you have the power to stop suffering in your own life. And by doing that, your actions, your beliefs, your thoughts, the way you interact with other human beings will have an impact on the world and on the reduction of suffering in the world. And the first step that you need to take is to say, I love you, I thank you. I love you, I thank you. To who? To your suffering. And now you might be saying, Sebastian, that's weird. Why should I thank my suffering? I'm suffering. I don't want to suffer anymore. I'm here because I want you to tell me how to stop suffering. And now you tell me to be thankful for my suffering? What's going on? Well, yes and yes. I'm here to show you how to stop suffering. And at the same time, I want you to thank your suffering, because this is the first step that you have to take if you want to stop suffering. Think about it. Why do you suffer? And now you might be saying, as a first knee-jerk reaction, your ego might be rebelling and saying, because of other people, because my parents did this to me, because they did that to me, because... Wait, not so fast. Why are you suffering? Who created suffering in your life? Who attracted this suffering with your vibration? It was you. And I know that one part of you doesn't want to hear this. And believe me, I didn't want to hear this for a very long time. I attracted so much suffering in my life that it brought me on the floor, literally on the floor. I couldn't move anymore. I was in so much pain. And in fact, now I'm recovering from a health issue that I manifested about 2 to 3 years ago. And I still remember the exact day when I started to manifest it. That was a time where my whole life was based on suffering. I was in a toxic relationship, I was stressed out, I was behaving in a toxic way, I was at a low level of consciousness, and that resulted in me attracting and manifesting more suffering. And right now, I'm still dealing with these health issues, but it gets slowly better because now I'm at a point where I can finally heal myself. Why can I heal myself? Because at some point I decided to say, suffering, I love you, I thank you. Because of my suffering, I was able to embark on this spiritual journey. If I wouldn't have had my heart surgeries, if I wouldn't have had my depression, if I wouldn't have had all these health issues in between, I would have never embarked on this journey, and you wouldn't be listening to this right now. And the same is true for you. I know this because so many people who contact me for Skype manifestation coaching sessions have been through a lot, which is completely normal. Otherwise, you wouldn't be looking for answers. And I also attract a lot of coaching clients who've had trauma in their life because I know how to help them. And that's why the universe brings us together. I truly believe that. Because in no episode do I ever have a title with, this is how you stop your trauma. This is how you overcome your trauma. Even though I might be doing this in the future. But at the same time, so many people book Skype coaching sessions with me who want to overcome trauma because I've done it. I've been there. I can show you how to overcome trauma. And in the same way that I am thankful for my suffering, because it led me on this path and it now allows me to help other people reduce and stop suffering, you should have the same thankfulness, the same gratitude. And always remember, gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership. Because if you are grateful for your suffering, because it led you on your spiritual path, then you now have the chance to embark on a path of healing, and you no longer need to suffer. So instead of seeing suffering as, oh, this terrible thing that happens to me and I'm completely innocent. Instead of doing that, ask yourself what the universe wants you to learn. And I know that sometimes this can be the hardest question to ask. I've been in these situations when I was suffering so much and I was in so much mental and physical pain. And when my spiritual mentor then told me, what does the universe want you to learn? My only answer was, I don't care. I just want to end it all. Why should I care about it? And I was in this rage, and maybe you are in this rage right now too. But I still want you to at least try to ask yourself, what does the universe want me to learn? What message do I receive? Maybe I've stressed myself out all the time. Maybe I've literally worked myself in a hospital bed, which I did. In the past, I was always stressed and I was always suffering as a result of my stressful lifestyle. And yes, you can try to fight it, you can try to suppress it, but then the universe will find a different way to show you, hey, finally wake up, change something about your life, change something about your lifestyle. We often need to run against the wall so that we can finally fall to the ground and stay still. Otherwise, we will always be on the run, and then at some point, boom, we will get knocked over. And another way to stop suffering step by step is to raise your vibration step by step. It has been scientifically proven that 1 hour of a comedy show has the power to improve blood sugar levels in diabetes patients. Laughter activates your immune system. Feeling good activates your immune system. And feeling good allows you to become a vibrational match to the things that you want to manifest. And then your life will be so amazing that you can't even think about suffering anymore. And if you want to get access to an easy and reliable and very fast way to raise your vibration, then you can click on the link in the description and find out more about the Vibration Rocket program, in which I provide you with a guided meditation that's only 10 minutes long. So I know even if you have a very stressful life and even if you're very busy, you can still do it. You have 10 minutes. Everyone has 10 minutes. I mean, think about it. I operate multiple businesses and I meditate between 1 and 2 hours every day. So if I can do that, you have 10 minutes. And in this meditation, I guide you up to a point where you will raise your vibration. And I promise you, I really, really mean this. I promise you, you will feel better after doing this meditation only once. And I also included a bunch of bonuses, and one of the bonuses is a trauma transformation audio course in which I share all kinds of different techniques with you that will help you to overcome your trauma. Because often when we are not able to raise our vibration, it's because we have so much resistance, because of old emotions that we drag along. And these old emotions are often based on trauma and past negative experiences. But at the same time, I think that this trauma transformation audio course will help you a lot, because when you suffer right now, it's probably most likely, I would say in 99% of the times, it's because of past trauma that is still not dealt with and that is still tormenting you. That's how it was for me, and that's also how it is for a lot of my Skype coaching clients. And if you want to find out more about this program, you can click on the link in the description. And if you want to stop suffering, you should also encounter other human beings with empathy. A lot of our suffering is created by other people, right? I mean, think about it. You get cut off in traffic and you get really angry, you scream at this person. So he or she is responsible for your suffering. Or for example, you get judged by someone and this person judges you for whatever it might be, or you get bullied or they make fun of you. Then this person is responsible for your suffering, right? No, unfortunately not. Or let's not say unfortunately, fortunately not. It's your choice if you suffer or not. If somebody, for example, would, now that I am at my level of consciousness, would cut me off in traffic, I would just say, okay, no big deal. If somebody would judge me, and I mean I get judged all the time because I'm probably the only law of attraction coach in the world who's also a dating coach, and I get judged from the people who think that dating is bad. Ooh, how can you show men to meet women? And ooh, how can you show women to meet men? And then on the other hand, people who seek my advice for dating then say, what, the law of attraction? That's completely weird. How can you do that? So I get judged from all kinds of different sides, and that's okay. I don't mind. I know that every human being is on their own unique journey and everybody's on a different level of consciousness. And if other people judge you, or if you get cut off in traffic, or whatever it might be that happens to you because of other people, it's your choice and your choice alone whether or not you suffer because of what other people do to you. And the more empathy you develop towards other people, the less likely you are to suffer, because you understand what I just said, that everyone is on their own unique journey and everybody is in their own unique level of consciousness. And then you can forgive, you can understand, and you can live your life in a happy way. And another thing that's important to stop suffering is that you think about what you put in your body, because what you put in your body determines how your body feels. I mean, imagine two scenarios. In one scenario, you are fit and healthy and you are living an active lifestyle and you just feel good. In the other scenario, you only eat fast food and you get so overweight that you can't even walk the stairs anymore. And even though some people who are that terribly overweight tell themselves and others that they feel so comfortable, and I actually know a person like that, but when I then see, and I'm specifically talking about this person right now, that they can't even walk the stairs anymore without being completely out of breath, and they can't even turn around in bed anymore. I mean, sorry, I don't buy it. If your body is unhealthy, your mind is unhealthy. And if your body is unhealthy, your emotional state is often unhealthy. So think about what you put in your body and what you do with your body and to your body. And the same is true for your mind. What you put in your mind determines the amount of suffering that your mind creates. If you, for example, watch drama reality TV, and every reality TV is based on drama, because otherwise people wouldn't be so addicted to it. But it is also a form of addiction to negative emotions. Because if you watch drama all day long, or even if it's just 1 hour a day, you create drama in your life because you match that vibration. So instead of watching reality TV, read spiritual books or listen to spiritual audiobooks, or instead of going to a rave party and snort a line of cocaine, meditate and do something good for your mind. And instead of listening to death metal where people scream about suffering, instead of doing this, listen to uplifting music. And believe me, I know what I'm talking about. I've listened to this emo, hardcore, metalcore stuff all my teenage years and in my early 20s because it was matching my vibration. And I didn't even realize back then, I wasn't aware of it, that by listening to it more and more, I also kept myself stuck in this vibration. And instead of talking to your friend who's very negative and who pulls you down, why not book a Skype coaching session with me and start your manifestation journey? Then we can have a look at your affirmations, at your manifestation process, and I can help you to overcome your trauma, to release resistance, and to finally manifest your dreams. You can of course also do that, and if you want to find out more about Skype coaching with me, the link is in the description. And the last point I want to discuss for today when it comes to stop suffering is to refuse to accept suffering as a normal part of your life. I highly respect Dr. Jordan Peterson, and his book 12 Rules for Life contains a lot of amazing advice. However, there's one part of his teachings that created so much suffering in my life, and I'm sure it also creates a lot of suffering in the people who believe in it. And it created a lot of suffering in his life. I truly believe, even though he would disagree with me, that he manifested so much suffering in his life because he's obsessed with suffering. And Jordan Peterson has this one sentence: life is suffering. And there was a time in my life when I actually accepted this. I was a Jordan Peterson fan, I was totally into self-improvement, I've read his book, and I thought, okay, if this guy says life is suffering, then life is suffering. And as a result, I suffered so much. I can really say that the moment I adapted this belief, my suffering increased at least by 300%. I attracted all kinds of illnesses, I attracted all kinds of negative events, and at some point I really thought to myself, what am I doing here? I'm embarking on this spiritual journey, I want to grow, and at the same time I believe that life is suffering. Something is wrong here. But unfortunately, we often identify with our suffering, even if you've never heard of Dr. Jordan Peterson, and even though you've never thought to yourself, hey, life is suffering. Whenever something happens to us, something negative, or we get diagnosed with a certain illness, we always identify with it immediately. I mean, for how long did I say, oh, me and my heart condition, oh, you know, my congenital heart defect, I can't do that and I can't do this, I have to be careful, and oh my God. And eventually, when I finally overcome this identification with my condition, or even calling it a condition, suddenly I could do all these things, and I was like, huh, interesting. It's a little bit like an elephant who grows up with a chain, and when the elephant is little, he can't escape, and at some point the elephant accepts, That's my chain. That's my suffering. I have to stay here. And what the elephant, when the elephant is grown, doesn't realize is that he could simply with one snap, boom, walk away. But because he's so invested in the idea that this is his condition, his suffering, he doesn't even make the attempt to walk away. And the same is true for a lot of human beings. And if you enjoyed watching this video, please send out some love to the YouTube universe by giving this video a big thumbs up. And I would also appreciate it if you would leave a comment in the comment section below and let me know what you think about my video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and to click on the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I release a new video for you.